Good morning, guys. I'm Sam with Scrappy Industries. When you get a phone call that says, hey, I have a 977H and an old 9U D6, you know what you do. You call up your buddy Matt, get his truck and lowboy, you take your truck and trailer, and you get right out there and go grab them. Let's see what we're in for today. I know that the D6 runs and the 977 doesn't. Logistically, how we're going to do all this, I'm not 100% sure. I would like to knock the blade off the D6 because it's probably about 12 foot wide. Don't want to deal with blade guards, anything like that. So I have a bunch of tools with me. Figure it out. We just got back from our 604 mission with Frank not too long ago. Gave the old Ford a quick bath and she's ready to roll. Just to give a little brief history here on Frank Bryan Inc. They're a local Pittsburgh company. They were started in 1883, and they used to do a lot of dirt jobs. They worked on the construction of the Fort Pitt Bridge in Pittsburgh, for example. That's one of the jobs that the Lorraine worked on. And to that point, our 1950 820 Lorraine used to be a Frank Bryan machine. The 2U D8 we have back at the farm was a Frank Bryan machine. My cousin's Bay City 45 shovel was one of theirs. And the Mini Mac was actually a Frank Bryan machine. So today they don't do so much dirt work. They do a lot of gravel dredging. They sell aggregates and they also sell concrete. But they're still a local Pittsburgh company. They've grown very big. They own a few other companies now, but just kind of a cool local company. My grandfather was best friends with Bobby Bryan, and working with Bobby Bryan's kind of how we made this whole deal happen, how we were able to get these machines, and it all worked out. So if you need any aggregates or concrete and you're in the Pittsburgh area, make sure you check out Frank Bryan. You'll notice the Frank Bryan Inc. while you're going up 376 and you look across the river there. That is the concrete factory, as they call it, but that's their main concrete plant. We got a beautiful morning today, don't we?
Get pictures.
We got pictures. What are we getting today? So we got this sweet 9U D6. Do you know what the year is or where it worked or what the story is, Bobby?
I think it's about 54.
Okay.
55 in that area.
Where'd you guys use it at? Everywhere?
Possibly delivered to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
They were doing flood control work.
Wasn't it at the cemetery where the D8 was?
Yes, they were both. This was a lot easier to run than the D8 was.
Yeah. So I think this one has the boosted, well, I'm not sure. I think this is boosted steering clutches on this. And it may or may not be a wet clutch, I guess, depending on its year. I see a dipstick in the bell housing though, so I feel like that's a wet clutch. Oh, here we go. It is a 14,000 serial number. So it's a relatively late one. I think the one
was a 9U or wide?
Yeah, this is the wide one. An 8U with the pads would be like right up against the gear case there.
Great slopes, and they wanted the stability of the wider track.
Right. So I brought tools with me to knock off the blade. I don't think it should be too big of a deal. I'll do a little welding on her, you know. Somebody might have got a little aggressive starting it there, huh? Needs the cutting edge package. Cool. Then we have the 977 line up over here where we're picking up this 977H. This is an 8500 serial number. It's only about 500 serial numbers apart from the one we picked up last summer. They're very similar. This one's a little bit newer. This is an 8500 something. I think this has to be one of the very last H's before they switched to the K's. But it's a pretty nice tractor. Got a pretty decent undercarriage on it. Don't know the last time it ran. I think we're gonna be pushing it on the trailer. Let's get to it. So they're telling us 10 years it's been since she's run. We're not going to try to mess with the pony today. We're going to just try to push start it. The dipstick for the diesel's on the other side. Just kind of want to have the compression release. If it has a stuck rack, we can hit the E-stop.
He stays in it once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm fond of it.
Good and black.
Yeah,
It's there, though.
It's there, yeah.
And that's what, a 318 engine?
Yep. Good green antifreeze.
It's not in bad shape.
No. We got the Big Mac CL out here on its maiden equipment scrapping mission, I guess, really. Matt's gonna take the 977 home, hopefully. So our plan here is gonna be get this on Matt's low boy using the running 977. Then we're gonna pull the blade off the D6 and put it on the black trailer with the blade standing up behind it so we don't deal with oversized permits and all that, because it is like 12 feet wide, so we're really in the blade guard category there. That whole other set of a mess. Only hard thing here is the ripper. I think we're gonna have to pick the ripper up with that 977 and try to chain it somehow. Then we should be able to push, pull, drag this thing around. Oh yeah.
Having to hold the lever in so that it keeps going up. Try lowering down. We'll see if it's going to stay there. No.
So we're putting our ripper holder upper 9000 package on, because right now we're holding up with this other 977.
Sam's being real thoughtful, not wanting the rippers to just dig into the floor of my trailer.
I don't care about that. I just want to get on the trailer,
See, he's always worried about himself.
It's going to be what it is, I suppose.
That'll do, pig.
It's going to be mostly there.
Looks good to me. Boy, I think that I need a 977L in my life. I don't know where I could find one though. Pushing easy. She wants to go home. Not exactly what I had in mind, but not bad. That's a good shot right there. You can really see the difference between a 977H and a 977L. They got a little bit bigger over the years. But I think physically my K model is the same size as this. I think that might be a little bit heavier, but dimensionally it's the same. Sam's getting her lined up pretty good there. that's it. She is loaded.
I mean, look, they probably couldn't load it that square with it running. I was thinking on this here D6 unit, we just hook our new choker up and just pull it so we don't have to worry about pushing on the blade and everything.
Yeah, I reckon that'll do.
No damage to the blade, sir. I don't know this. I guess we'll just double up this big choker here.
Yeah, she's seen better days.
Oh, that's factory.
Are you want to be the guy on the 6?
I don't care. I'll go 6'em.
Nothing. It's gonna be perfect. This thing's gonna just fire right up.
So I told Frank and Kim that they're in on this deal too.
Oh, really?
So that means when it breaks, I'm done.
Fork out some money. We put the initial effort in.
I'm saying it's your problem, Frank.
Frank will never be part owners of a bulldozer.
He said he was.
How about that anti-theft package, huh?
So they were in McKee's Rocks.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah, that explains it. So our 2UD8 in the shed there at home, it was with this machine in the, I think it was the cemetery of McKee's Rock. So it's old number 6. This one doesn't have a number painted on it. I noticed the 977 is number 9. We're gonna have to like dub it.
Number 1.
Old number 1, you know? It's newer than the 2U though.
Oh.
Maybe it's number 10.
Yeah, it's good 10.
Well, no, it's younger than the 977, so we'll split that difference then. Number 8.
That'll do. Numero.
We'll have number 8 D6 and number 6 D8. Perfect.
Confusing.
Oh, look at that good battery.
I wonder if that battery's any good.
I think it's perfect. So I'm thinking maybe we leave the compression release off and roll it over and see if we make oil pressure.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
And then we'll hit the compression release and try to start it.
Yeah. I like kind of seeing, like, that was a good retrofit back
Oh,
in the day. No,
mint.
seriously. Back in the day, that was a well thought out, somebody put some love into that.
You know, I think I scrapped a nice D6 hood off that side boom that didn't have a hole in it that would go great
I'm
on
sick of
here.
hearing about this side boom, bud. Every time it's brought up, I just die a little inside.
You know what I have from that side boom is a good drawbar. The one at home needs that installed.
You know what you had? A nice side boom.
No, we didn't even have the boom.
That's the easiest part to fix.
Hey, that undercarriage, well, like one part of that undercarriage lives on. The engine lives on a water pump in Nebraska, I think. All right, bud, you gonna pull us or what?
Yeah.
I wanna go for a ride.
Yeah.
Will it start? Will it need a whole lot of ether?
Hey, you want some ether?
Not yet.
How many?
Not yet. I got a whole can in the truck.
A whole can?
Yeah.
He thinks we're fixing something that just shut off yesterday. You could bring a whole case for something like this.
Oh, it's only been 10 years. That's like yesterday in cat years.
All right, let's go.
Waiting on you. So first I have the compression release out. We're in reverse, 3rd gear, and we're gonna see, do we make oil pressure? See if this beautiful strap can take it. Beautiful sling. We got hydraulics. So we made oil pressure. So I'm gonna hit the compression release on. Hopefully now it doesn't run away with a stuck rack. We're in a little bit of a tight spot here on to get past the low boy.
now and shove.
I didn't know if it was running away, and I killed it, but then I pulled it back. It still didn't want to catch. I think it did just hit the governor and kind of stop. We're gonna go try to find a spot without any concrete. You gotta put her in gear there, driver. There we go. Got it. Round 2. So it didn't seem like she wanted to bleed. I'm gonna see if we can get to the bleed screw, get any fuel in it. So in here on the fuel tower, we should have a hand screw on the front side to bleed it. The other thing we could do maybe is loosen this up and make sure there's fuel coming from the tank.
Yep.
Well, we have fuel coming in here, so don't have to worry about that. Check the hours while we're here. Oh, look, the hours are straight grease. Full all the way to the top, he says.
It's like 2 inches, 3 inches down from the neck.
Matt's got the universal key we needed to open the fuel tank.
And yeah, it's full of liquid. It smells like old diesel fuel.
It was pinkish coming out down here, so it wasn't even water at the bottom.
It should run.
This thing doesn't even need pure dinosaur bones, just like at least 20% dinosaur bones to get the water to ignite.
Yeah.
So I've opened the bleeder at the top of the fuel tower. Matt's gonna be nice enough to turn the starter back on, and we'll see if we can get it to prime and all fill up the fuel tower with fuel. Because this radar started so nice, you might want to take a 3/4 and just kind of crack some of these fuel lines, just help prime the system a little bit.
We're on the reverser, really.
Well, we are getting all the fuel. I think we ought to check the rack.
Oh, buddy, these tracks are in great shape.
If the rack is stuck, the engine could run away. So I'd rather we didn't do that. Well, that's promising looking.
Things are looby.
Can you move that?
Yeah. Maybe you can just, buddy.
No, it sure does seem stuck. Oh, there it's moving. That must be why we killed it and it didn't want to come back.
It's stuck. It was probably free until you shoved her down into stock. You probably did it.
I did it. We need something we could like. Actually, just can you get up there and just wail on it?
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
times?
I'm just laying the heck out of it.
Yeah. Where's Lane at? We need him.
Run the fuel rack, Lane.
Hold on. Go all the way down.
That's off.
Okay. On. Oh, buddy, we got moving now. On.
You want some blaster on it?
Yeah. Give her. Oh yeah, that's like factory now. Yep. I'm liking it.
Here.
Hold on, keep it right in the middle. Oh yeah, it just doesn't get any more mint than that. Definitely makes me have the feels more better now.
You can't be scared.
Can't be scared until the rod goes flying past your head. If you were starting your 1954 Caterpillar after sitting for at least 10 years, check the rack, Doobie. Nope, that's going to be an at-home problem. Knock the blade off, winch it on the trailer, and deal with that problem at home. Loading old number 9, 977 here went almost too well. Matt's going to get hooked back up. Got her.
What happened, Jimmy?
You're high centered.
Really?
Hold on. Let your bags air up.
That's what I'm doing.
And then don't go that way. I forgot your beams are lower than the sides. Who built a trailer like that anyway? Your trailer brakes off? Oh yeah, it's hitting pretty hard.
Might need a tug, Jimmy.
Might need a tug. Come on. I got that one. It's gonna cost a lot of money.
It's almost like you've done this before, sir.
Ah, it's the wrong one. Need one bolt.
I think we can come up with something.
Want to suck 'em
Yep.
in?
Seems like that cylinder has a tight spot.
Oh yeah. I thought that was you slowing down.
Now,
A little bit of water in that Z-frame. Holy cow. I kicked it. So the left brake is kind of stuck on and the left steering clutch is stuck off. So we hooked the winch onto that side to try to help it along. Matt's gonna hit the clutch to help the right track. And hopefully something happens. So we're going to try to do a little steering clutch adjustment in there, just enough to get it to grab to help go on the trailer. We're trying to get that steering clutch to catch a little bit. Doesn't seem like it's going to happen. I think we're going to need the 977 to just kind of keep helping along the way here. But I really thought we'd be home by noon. I kind of pulled a Frank.
This is exactly why I didn't say let's do it Saturday.
But you would miss that wedding on Saturday, so I'd call that a win. I think we should have done it tomorrow. But I'm definitely ready for lunch, though, I can tell you that. Mission barbecue coming in hot. But that's a load there.
Got a good jag on.
Not near as much weight as that Big Mac has on it over there, though. Well, bud, lunchtime.
Yeah, it's time for barbecue.
Let's do it. Hey, driver. Well, now we've made it home. We unloaded the 977. We got to fight the D6 off the trailer. If you remember, the left track is kind of stuck, also disengaged from the right track. So I'm going to try to put it in neutral. You can't start it obviously without pull starting it off the trailer. Kind of pull on that trunnion ball with the 170. Hook the choker up on the front. That should give us a little more control. handles the scrap pretty well. I'm gonna unhook this choker, get the truck trailer out of the way, and then we can push her back there by the shop and do a little tinkering. So we had to call in the expert to work on this D6. Hey, he showed up.
All the way from the UK.
All right, Kim, what's wrong with it?
One of the clutch brakes is not working.
We have 100% left steering clutch engaged at all times, or disengaged.
That one works, but this one's broken.
So last year when we drug this home, it was all engaged until I pulled that lever one time and it stuck. I don't know. The fuel tank may be coming off. We'll see if we have to commit to that or not. Kim's grabbing the 170 so we can hoist this fuel tank off. All right, the fuel tank's deleted. You can see our covers we have to try to get a better eye on it. The linkage and everything's happening up here. I think this is some sort of a booster assembly here as well. I'm not super sure how that works. These grease fittings are probably, you know, key operational points too.
You don't even need the grease fittings.
You can see they've been greased like
I think they just
yesterday.
Yeah, they put a little couple of blobs on the end of it and it made it perfect. I wonder if that has something to do with
I was saying, what if we took this cover off?
Yeah.
What's going on right there? This looks like water could have definitely gone in. So we've got this kind of freed up and working, and we think that this is engaged. So we're going to put the fuel tank back on so we can run it. Traded me in.
Have fun? You have a new friend? Take you on excavator drives?
It's gone really quiet now. The camera's pointing at him, isn't it?
Well guys, that's as far as we're going to take it on this video. If you're interested in more working on the D6 and kind of more details of what Kim and I got into, check out her video that'll be out here in 3 or 4 weeks. And it'll show kind of what all the work we had to do to get this thing resurrected. So with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Sam with Scrappy Industries. We'll catch you on the next one. Some go, Joe? Go ahead and wiggle in. Get your fingers in there. There you go. Good job. Keep going. Oh, you're gonna have grease on that vest now too. You ready to wash it off? Wash them off. To the backs. Got it. Can you wash that a little more? Yeah, you're wet.